What is going on, guys? We're back with some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan videos, and in today's video we're going to be ranking every single Super Saiyan God transformation in the game. Right now there's only two characters that can go God, which is Goku and Vegeta, so this list will be for both characters. Now before starting, I really want to say something. This entire list, ranking weakest to strongest, is 100% my opinion. It's what I think, it's what I believe, it's my preference, and if it's not yours, that's okay. You don't have to crucify me down below because you don't like where I place one unit over another unit. You don't like that, I don't care about this unit's passive when it should be busted. Look, I have my own style of playing, just like we all do, and I have my own preference, just like everyone else does, so no need to crucify. If down below you want to go ahead and make your very own list, and maybe in a video, if there's enough comments down below with their own list, I'll read all the comments on the video. I can do that for you guys. But I mean, it's something more fun to do, okay? This isn't supposed to be taken as complete fact, and this isn't supposed to be taken as these guys are the definitive best and this is the order set in stone. This is just what I think. If you don't like what I think, then that's cool. But I mean, this isn't a factual list, just based off of my experiences with the card and just if I prefer their passives or if I prefer someone else doing something else. That's all this is. So no need to crucify. It's kind of a shame that I need to say that, but I need to say that. So yeah. Coming in at the worst spot, being the worst God Goku in the game, kind of not his fault because he's probably the first God Goku to release, so he's really outdated. But it's the physical Goku, the physical Super Saiyan God Goku. Now this guy starts as an SR Super Saiyan Goku. He Dokkan Awakens Super Saiyan God, and he Dokkan Awakens into what you see here when he becomes a TUR. At this stage, he's a support card for Fizz and STR types with 2 key and 25% attack up. That's nothing. He does supreme damage and nothing else. He doesn't have over in a flash. He doesn't have prayer for battle. There's no shocking speed. And God Goku's across the board, the most common link seems to be shocking speed and over in a flash. For this guy to have neither is kind of a freaking yikes. So his super cat mechanic, he has none. His lead ability is completely dead. Like, this card at this point in the game is pretty useless. We have other support cards in the game that do what he do, but they're an SR. Case in point, the I think it's the Fizz GT Super Saiyan Trunks. I think he supports like 2 key and 30% stats for all units. Like, this guy is just really outdated, and it's not his fault. He's up against the more relevant God Gokus, so it's not exactly his fault, but he still is the worst. Coming in at the next slot is the Intelligence God Goku, who he's not horrible, but he's certainly not better than the rest. Leader ability is fodder. Super type mechanic just lowers defense, not even greatly, like lowers defense. 40%. It's pretty bad. Passive, 80% attack and defense is respectable, but HP 30% or more. This is pretty much guaranteed. He'll always have this because you don't really get below these levels of HP unless you're like fighting super bad road and you take like 2 super attacks or something. Beyond that, you're always gonna pretty much be able to maintain this. So this isn't a big deal. Just that he doesn't really do anything. He does some good damage. He tanks okay, but he doesn't really excel in anything. He doesn't really have anything that's like outstanding about him. He does have the link set over in flash, shocking speed. Shadow Limits is pretty good. Obviously Super Saiyan Godly Power, like, good link set, but he doesn't really do anything that impressive. Like, he really doesn't. So unfortunately, he just doesn't beat the other, pack. He just doesn't do it. Coming in at the next slot is going to be the AGL God Goku, who, at this point, none of the God Gokus are bad. Like, once you get to this point here, none of them are bad. It's just, it's all up to preference, really. It's all up to, do you prefer raising attack infinitely? Like, what do you prefer kind of thing? Because this guy is not a bad card. He's just not better, in my opinion, than the other God forms in the game. So yeah, lead ability is somewhat useless, pretty much useless. Raising attack is pretty good. This is 20% infinitely, 30% infinitely. Okay. Supreme damage, this is the norm, so he has that. 80% attack and defense when forming a super. Now, the knock on him is that you have to perform a super to get that buff. He can somewhat attack after performing it. Well, he can somewhat defend after performing it because he'll get the defense improvement. But before that, he will take all kinds of damage, even at Rainbow Star. So the reason why I put this guy above the intelligence one is that he does raise attack, which was going to be helpful for more damage output. And he has fierce battle. If this guy lowered defense, I think I'll put the int one above the AGL one because the int one will have 80% attack and defense pretty much unconditional all the time. This guy has to perform a super attack, which maybe the turn you don't super, that could be a thing. So, you know, he is good, but, you know, that little condition where you need a super, I mean, you know, it can kind of mess you up a little bit if you're trying to use him for tanking purposes, you know, so yeah. Moving on, we are now at this Goku, which honestly, I love this Goku. This is a really good God Goku. Great unit. Lead ability isn't great, but I love the super attack. Raises attack and defense for 3 turns by 30%. So this can stack up to 90. If he gets an additional attack, that is. So that's really good if he gets additional. You have 60% attack and defense right there on top of the 80% when forming super. So, you know, the reason why I put this guy above the other Goku because he does have a bit more defense. So although you might not get, well, no, it doesn't make sense. You have to obviously super to get this off, and you have to super to get this off. So realistically, he kind of more so has like a 120% when forming a super if you do factor this in as well. Now, I don't know if this applies to his 12 key multiplier or if it just like stacks on the passive. I don't think it stacks. I think it just more so applies to the multiplier, which doesn't make it that great. Because when you apply these buffs to multipliers of the attack, then it's more so depending on their, like, he has, I think it's a 140. So I think this would be more so like a 10% increase or something like that. But he does have good links like Shocking Speed, Overturn Flash. You know, the First Awaken is a really good link, 25% attack up. So yeah, like he really has a really good, you know, link set right there. So, but he's just not better than the other God Gokus. That's all that is. Moving on, now we have God Vegeta, who is a really good unit. He's really good. Like, bro, he's really good. Greatly raises attack infinitely. That's 50% every single super. That's insane. 3 key, 100% stats, well, 100% attack and defense, really freaking good. Like, that's like the standard these days, 100%. So he has that alone with supporting stuff for 3 key. So if you link it with an overflash unit, he has a guaranteed super attack, guaranteed. Like, it's very difficult not to super attack with this man. High chance to guard, high chance is 70%, 50% okay, great chance 70%, high chance is 50 okay. So 50% chance, so he'll guard half the time, which is okay. High chance of stunning the attacked enemy when there's a movie boss category enemy. So this is kind of niche. So high chance for this is 40 and high chance for this is 50. So they use the word high chance, but it can be different percentages. Okay. He's a good card. He's really good. Nothing bad to say about him. I really can't think of anything to knock this card on. Great link set, you know, great categories, great super attack, even great leader ability. Like, I can't say nothing bad. I mean, he's a relevant card. He's a dated card. Like, you know, here's Lease. He's not outdated. He's dated. So, you know, I mean, I can't say anything bad. He just, in my opinion, doesn't do what the other cards do. So that's all that is. Moving on, we now have the physical God Vegeta. Now, this Vegeta, you only use him for literally 1 turn, then he transforms. So I was kind of iffy of putting these guys in the list because they're only this form for like 1 turn. This guy being this guy and also the AGL Goku. I was kind of like, but, you know, I put him in, so leave me alone. Great leader ability, like friggin' top tier. Raises defense infinitely by 30%. Great. Attack and defense 110%, really good. Plus additional 9% per any key sphere obtained. Yeah, really, really great. Really, really amazing. I honestly had difficulty placing him, placing the AGL Goku above him, which, you know, obviously AGL Goku is above him at this point. But he's a great card. Really, really good. The reason why he's more so here because it's only for like one turn. I mean, like if he was an actual card like that, maybe I would consider him being higher because you can actually use him. But he's only here for one turn, so it's like, bruh. No shocking speed, so that's a bit of a knock. You know, that's kind of like a god form thing. No shocking speed, but he does have over and flash. But beyond that, like no key links besides royal lineage. Anyways, moving on. Next is going to be the AGL transforming Goku. This guy's pretty good as well. The reason why I put him above the Vegeta because he does have attack and defense raising infinitely at this point by 20%. So Vegeta does have the nuking mechanic, but enough super attacks out with this guy, he can hit just as hard, if not harder. He had the same attack on the passive, bit of defense. He reduces outright all damage by 24%, which is including super attacks, which is insane. Maybe not a superior lead ability, but still a good lead ability nonetheless. And this guy has shocking speed, so in my opinion, he's just better. But he's not the best God Goku in the game. The best God Goku in the game is going to be this guy. Now, once again, preference. I think he's the best. I believe he has what it takes, okay? Super attack, supreme damage, and seals. Sealing is great on Super Battle Road. It's so helpful. Sealing is great during, you know, pretty much for anything. Anyone that can be sealed, you should seal them. This guy guarantees you a seal. Some units have medium chance to seal. This guy guarantees it, so I love that. Sealing is still somewhat relevant these days if you can't seal the boss. 3 key, 100% stats. Randomly changes key spheres to rainbow type, and it gets 7% attack per rainbow key sphere obtained. Reduces damage by 77% when there is a movie boss enemy on the field. So that's 77%. He's not taking any damage. And there's a lot of bosses these days that are movie bosses. So this is quite relevant. Chaining rainbow key spheres. Now, I'm considering him possibly being on team with like LRs. And there's some LRs out there who need specific rainbow orbs, which is, you know, obviously LR Vegeta and LR Gogeta. They need those orbs, and he's going to help them out so much. Who else need orbs? On his team, the Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Per rainbow orb, he gets an additional 20% attack up. So not only is he going to be hitting relatively decent, he's also going to be supporting the team as well by giving certain units orbs, or just give him orbs because he gets an attack up as well per rainbow orb. Great link set, you know, prepared for battle this time. I didn't even know that. Okay, so they actually drop shocking speed for prepared battle, which is actually better on a Super Saiyan team. So, or just on a Saiyan team in general, because most Saiyans do have prepared for battle over shocking speed. So that is definitely a plus as well. I do love that. Warrior Gods first battle, like great link set, obviously. So I think this guy is the best. If you don't think so, then down below you can make your own list. Let me know what you guys think, but it's just my list, guys. So hope you do enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, share, comment down below. If you're not subscribed, make it a thing, sub to the boy. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.